pound for pound Naga Road with fight records of 1 win, 0 loss, and 0 draw. Now, talking about the blue corner is Noel the Black Panther Rosales. These folks really have something inside of them. And then, what a good takedown defense
by Juro. Hey, ladies and gentlemen.
You see, that
I'm
that
gonna
was
introduce
a very,
you my partner here, Mark. Welcome, Mark.
Hello, thanks for having me here. And that was a very good takedown, Jen. No, I don't know if anyone noticed how the fake was set up before he took the blue corner down.
Yes, that was a
Before he took
very
Noel down.
smooth transition. You can barely notice it and expect that one.
So at the current position, I don't see any leverage going out of a guillotine choke. It's a good position going out of Juro, keeping it on the side mount.
But Rosales needs to get out of this situation fast.
Of course. Or else, I think we will be seeing an early ground and pound for this evening. And there we go.
Juro here trying to get the
Good
dominant
defense
position.
coming from Juro Amandorom.
Exchange of knees.
And what a
the
takedown! What a takedown! Now that's what we're talking about. And ladies and gentlemen, we have a full mount. And this is it. This is it. Let's see. Let's see how
Rosales is in a
Amandorom
very
will
tight
capitalize the
spot here,
position. Good defense coming from Rosales. Good kick. Good takedown defense coming from Rosales as well. And here we go. This is the early first few minutes of the first round. And you know, Jen, as a fighter, you know how tiring it is already, right?
Yes, and Juro here is actually in a very awkward position. And he got out of it very, very good.
And look at that. There you go. Rosales, Amandorom is looking for another takedown. And good knee.
That's
Amandorom is trying to show off his striking skills over a clinch. Good defense.
You hear that, Mark? That's gotta hurt.
For sure, they feel that after an hour, maybe of the fight, after their
The adrenaline rush.
cooling down. Nice, good takedown coming from Rosales. And there we go. That's what I'm talking about. We will be seeing an early ground and pound, I think. Amandorom trying to defend himself, coming from a turtle,
Fun fact,
position.
last PCC event, Amandorom finished it in seconds with a rear naked choke. So maybe he's looking for that here.
What a sweep. Can you see that butterfly sweep coming from Rosales?
Smooth.
And there we go. Amandorom needs to defend himself, or else I think the referee will stop it.
He needs to get out of this.
Nice punch coming from Rosales. Last 10 seconds of the first
Another
bout.
one.
Let's see where this fight will end up. And there you go. Rosales capitalizing the position. And
that was the first round of PCC 2, everybody.
what a first round to start off the evening.
Very explosive.
That's what I'm talking about.
Wow.
And I know that's just 2 or 3 minutes, but that's very tiring considering the
Yes.
amount of effort that each fighter have gone through.
And
if you notice, Jen, no, they didn't took time to rest.
Yes. There was no dull moment here. And looking at the weight, they're in the strawweight division. So it's expected of them to be this explosive. But, my man, this is really fire.
This is why it's exciting to fight, to watch strawweight division because of the speed, their stamina as well.
Yep.
And I'm sure these folks still have up to something, but I'm seeing an early cut from Amadorom's cheek, left cheek. I'm seeing a mouse already. I think that came from the punch that Rosales landed earlier.
Let's see. This is the second round of the first bout.
Both fighters sizing up for the early seconds of the second round.
They've tasted each other's skill.
Nice back fist. If
one.
that could have landed, it will be an easy ticket way to Shackletown. I thought someone will be knocked out today. Trying to sweep. Good defense coming from Amandorom.
Amandorom seemed to be very comfortable in the ground.
Yeah, I think so. I think
even if he's in the non-dominant or non-easy position, he still chooses it.
if you've noticed, whenever he took Rosales down, he always capitalized the hips.
Yes.
He always moved his hips towards the side of his opponent so that the position, the leverage in terms of the mount
Yes.
is totally capitalized.
A chokehold finish here. I'm not sure.
Does it look deep? Rosales. That's Rosales trying to choke Amandorom, and I think it's deep.
Yep.
I think it's deep.
Amandorom needs to get out of
No,
that.
Amandorom won't give that up
And
that
his left
easy.
hand is trapped.
There you go.
Nice.
Just like what I said earlier, how he utilizes his hips movement so that it would go the other way from the pressure of the choke.
And props to Amandorom. That was a very difficult. Position to get out of.
Yeah, I agree. And now he's on a more. There we go. We have a mount, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see if bridging Amandorom will work coming from Rosales. Let's see. There you go.
Nice sweep.
Well, for the first fight, this is a showdown.
Yeah.
I mean, of striking and grappling.
Powerful punishment here from Rosales.
There we go with a hammer fist and right.
Is
Good
it a
job coming from
TKO?
Rosales. Amandorom trying to survive, and there you go. Straight up with the left hand kick coming from Amandorom. Nice kick.
Nice
There you go.
turning back.
What a kick by Rosales. Amandorom
And the
was
takedown
taken
from
down by
Rosales.
Rosales again.
Amandorom waiting for the mount here.
I don't know where this
Is-
kid's energy is coming from, but I thought he's gassed out earlier. Rosales again in the top position.
Amandorom is trying to get the armbar or a triangle here.
There we go.
Last 10 seconds again, Mark.
Amandorom on top again. Let's see. I'm sorry, Rosales rather on top. Let's see how Amandorom will defend himself. And end of the second round.
That was the end
What
of the second
a
round.
fight! I tell you what, that's one way to open a fight. About
Absolutely.
both, I think, are in the zone.
Yep.
Can you just-
That's one of those things that you get when you're in the cage.
Yeah. See that look? I mean, the mouse on his cheeks has gotten a little bigger.
Rosales is
Even-
like, come on, let's start the last round.
And here we go. Third round of the evening.
Last round.
Third round of the first bout. So Jen, what's your prediction for the third round? Will someone be taking a sleep tonight?
Rosales
Or
is
do you think
very good in the stand-up as well as when he's on the ground.
did
But
you see that head movement
Yes.
coming from Amandorom? That's nice. And look at that.
and Mark, let me just remind the audience, this is an amateur fight.
Amateur. And ground and pound for Rosales. Amandorom's trying to defend himself.
This is the definition of working your way out of trouble.
Like literally and figuratively.
This is absolutely phenomenal.
Look at that body triangle coming from Rosales.
Yes.
Even though he got tripped into sides, he was able to get the turtle mount, considering that he's still not giving up on that triangle. On that triangle.
And he's pretty relaxed about it. He's taking his time doing the hooks in.
Do we have
no,
a
no,
choke?
not the hooks in. Let's see.
Do we have a choke? No, I don't think it's that deep. I don't think it's that deep.
No. Amandorom doing the 2-1. And he's out. But not quite. He needs to work his way out of the body triangle. It looks deep.
That's deep. That's deep. Oh no, Amandorom is in trouble. Amandorom is in trouble. I'm telling you, Jen. He's in trouble. That's a good D. Stretching the right arm off so that
Yes.
Rosales won't give that enough leverage or power to clinch his neck. That's a good plan.
But he needs to get out of the bulldog choke.
He needs to do something. He needs to do something to get out of that. See that body triangle? It's been there since, I don't know, after the first minute of the bout. But it's still hanging on. But it's very stressful, Jen, no,
Yes.
for the body triangle to last that long. And there you go again, Rosales on the turtle mount. Amandorom is
Relentless
trying to
pounding
defend
from
himself.
Rosales. And the body triangle it cuts off some of your oxygen because it's very near from the diaphragm.
I can say that it hurts both ways.
Yes.
Coming from someone who's doing it. And do we have a choke?
Is this the end?
Good defense by Amandorom, but he needs to do
Another
something
one.
to get out of that. He needs to do something to get out of that. And another turtle
And
mount. And
that's
up the
it.
third and final round. I mean, these two warriors really showed off what they are made of. So the bout will go to the judges' decision. This is one way to open an event. Both fighters show their best. I mean, coming from stand up and then showing their ground skills from takedown over takedown and then defense over defense. You can see how they prepared for this fight. So either way, I think both of the fighters will actually gain experience, and either regardless of what's the result, both of them will win. And let's go with the judges' scorecard. Let's hear it coming from the man himself, Jack Fordroso.
And in my hand is the judges' score. What a way to start the event! And the winner for the first bout, unanimous decision. From the blue corner, give it up for Noel, the Black Panther, Rosales.
As I was mentioning earlier, if you notice the triangle lock the body lock that he did all throughout the first round, that's very stressful for his calves as well. So most of the fighters, if you're not prepared, if you didn't jog that much, it will took a toll while you are on a triangle guard. So most of the fighters actually experienced cramps while doing that. But Rosales really showed off what he's really made of for today, and he's really prepared. Hats off to Amandorom, actually. Amandorom showed his striking and ground skills as well, but I don't think that's enough to impress the judges. Hence, the judges unanimously scored the bout or give the bout to Rosales. Again, that's one way to open an event. If you can see that different kicks was thrown as well when Rosales threw a turning side kick and hit Amandorom, I thought that will end the evening. And let's go with bout number 2.
Bout of the evening, let me call in our president, Joe Vicenzo, to present his award.
One champ that I'm really looking forward to watching again. I mean, Jansen is really hot. Jansen Talentad has bombs in his hands. Going back to Panganiban, entering the cage.
And in the blue corner, Muhammad Salahid.
Okay, for bout number 2. Blue corner is Muhammad the Fearless Subayir. And for their fight records, let's hear it. Coming from the man himself, the voice of PCC, Jack Fordoso. These folks are tall. I'm telling you, these folks are tall.
The following is an MMA event in the featherweight division. Introducing first from the red corner, he stands 5'6", 145 pounds. His gym is Johnson Jiu-Jitsu and Pro TH. His fight record: 3 wins, 0 loss. Fighting out of Quezon Province, he is RV John Hazuki Pangaliban. And his opponent from the blue corner, he stands 5'7", 145 pounds. His gym is Hidden Blade Mixed Martial Arts Association International Incorporation. His fight record, 1 win and 1 loss. Final of Bauda, he is Muhammad the Fearless Somalia. And our ring girl, please welcome Kia.
There you go. Second bout of the evening. Red corner is RV John Hasuki Panganiban. Blue corner is Muhammad the Fearless Subair. Both have a standing or both have experience in the cage already. Both folks are tall. 1 inch along, 1 inch difference in favor of Muhammad in terms of height. And there we go. There we go. What a left coming from Subair, the Fearless. Leg kick coming from Panganiban. And that's it.
Nice exchange from both of
I
the fighters
think
here,
this
Mark.
will be a striking match. What do you think, Jen?
Knowing that RV John is from Roll PH, they're known for their boxing. And Hidden Blade from Pampanga is also known for being well-rounded fighters. So they can go both ways here.
Well, Panganiban needs to get out of it.
Yeah, he's in a tight position here.
Good defense by Panganiban. Good defense. He got out of that guillotine choke. Subair trying to keep his position, trying to lock the left leg of Panganiban so that he would be able to pass the guard.
He needs to get his hips out here, but
Yes. There you go. There you go. Panganiban is in a very good position at the moment.
yes.
So Subair needs to bridge it off so that Panganiban will be on his back rather. There you go. Panganiban is working his way out of that choke, and seems like it's a crank position. He entered on a crank position. Subair is not letting go of it.
And also, if you notice here, Panganiban is putting his shoulder against Sobair's neck. So in a way, that's kind of Sobair is kind of in danger here. But because of the position, I think it's not gonna work.
But it's giving him a hard time to get out of that
Yes.
since both shoulders are on top of the arms of Subair. So Subair is not letting go of that position because he knows that's the.
He's in a
that's one of the-
very tight position here.
It is. It is. Let's see. Both guys needs to work it out, or the referee will stop it, and then we'll go back on standing position. Subair is not letting go, Jen. I don't think it's letting go anytime soon. He's getting into that deep crank position. Last 10 seconds of the first bout.
I think it's gonna be a save here. And end of the first round. That was close, Mark. That put a lot of pressure in his neck.
I think Panganiban's neck will hurt after this night.
Yeah, for the
Have you
next
seen
2
it?
days.
It's more than a minute of having your neck cranked on that position for more than a minute. That will surely hurt.
Definitely.
Or unless you've practiced like several bridges before the fight so that your neck will be that strong to, keep that or to endure that
look at
pain.
RV John here. He's standing up like, come on, let's stop this. Let's go to next round.
If you can only read his mind, I think he's saying right now the round per round should be 5 minutes. 2 minutes is not enough for me, or 3 minutes rather.
Let's see what they have to give us in this next round.
Here we go, round number 2.
And here we
Let's
go.
see if the striking, if the each fighters will be on striking mode.
And here is the part of the game that both fighters are in
That was
a
nice
standstill.
Right. Nice right from Panganiban.
Oh,
And
wow.
this is what I'm talking about. Round 2 will be a striking showdown. Each fighter sizing each other up. There you go. A leg kick attempt coming from Sobair. Well, if you look closely, both fighters are on a defensive mode,
Yes.
trying to counter attack.
And here we go. Panganiban with the
Panganiban
takedown
trying to
defense.
take him down,
Oh,
but
nice
Sobair
reversal
won't let it
from
go away that
Sobair.
Sobair now on the top position. Let's see, we've seen him on his back earlier, defending himself, trying to keep that position. Let's see how he is if he's on top.
Now it's kind of the payback round for Panganiban.
Yeah, I think so. I actually thought the striking would last up until the last second of round number 2, but I think it's not. No one is giving up that easy. Okay, both fighters are keeping in the same position. Do we have an early choke? I think not. Can you see Sobair is utilizing his shoulder to at least hit Panganiban's face while he's on his back.
I think this is actually part of Sobair's game plan because you don't usually see this kind of ground control in fighters unless they did plan this one.
Yes, I agree. Though it does not give you that much of damage, but on the judge's eyes, you are moving, you are attacking. So that could give him his round. Again,
And here we go. They were stood up.
the referee said enough is enough. Let's stand up. Good leg kick coming from Panganiban. And then here's a striking match.
Nice.
Panganiban swinging off all he
Exchange
got.
of
And
haymakers.
good kick.
That
Good
was a
takedown
really
defense.
nice takedown.
Good takedown from Panganiban. Good takedown.
The amount of skill you need to catch that one.
I don't know if Panganiban saw the kick. That's why he tried shooting the
I think he
leg off.
anticipated it. I think.
Those are the things that you'll get during training, no?
Yes.
So when push comes to shove, the training that you did will come into play like a muscle memory. Like you don't need to think of it. It's just your
Exactly.
body will move exactly how you see things during training. And Sobair has a little mouse on his left cheek already. That's from the right hook swung by Panganiban earlier. On your view for the first and second round, who do you think? Who's your first round? Who's your second
Well,
round?
they
Jack?
did. They were in the dominant position in both first and second round for each of them. So let's see in the third round, Mark.
I think this is where the cookie crumbles. Let's see.
Panganiban
There
swinging
we go.
his
Both fighters
arms.
getting ready for the third and final round. Last round.
This is it. I notice Panganiban always starts with the low kick. I think that's his way of gauging the distance.
Yeah, that's something to at least gauge the distance before he throw those punches out of nowhere. and Panganiban is on top right now. Let's see if he can utilize a ground and pound, utilizing that position. It's a very high amount to think of it. It's very hard for
Yes.
Subair.
I think he's trying to get the armbar here.
Let's see how he will position a submission coming from that position. And went back to regular mount, full mount, but striking Subair on the
A warning there from Coach Nong. Strike at the back of the head.
There we go. Both. There's a bridge. It needs to be. Panganiban is capitalizing the position.
I think Subair's trying to get a.
Subair needs to do something. He needs to get out of that position. He needs to get out of there.
The Kimura get up is what was that called?
And Panganiban is trying to end the
Oh,
fight.
it's deep.
And we have
It's
a
deep.
rear naked choke. That depends on how deep that choke is. And there we go.
it's out!
That's what I'm talking about. That's how you position a transition coming from a mount going towards a rear naked choke. That was so deep. If Subair didn't tap on that few seconds, he might have gotten to sleep. That was so freaking deep. Panganiban trying to savor the moment. And that's the that was beautifully set up. Congratulations, RV, John, Hasuki.